Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. This is Rajiv S. Khanna from immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv S. Khanna, PC. This is our community conference call where we try to answer as many questions as we can. The answers are subject to the disclaimers you heard when you were logging in. I will answer the questions that have been posted first. So we have our forums where people have posted their questions. I'll answer those questions first, and then I'll answer follow-up questions on each question. Okay. In the question answering itself, I'll first go to the questions I have marked as frequently asked questions. I'll read them out to you. I'll answer the question. I'll invite people to ask follow-up questions. No new questions at that time, just follow-up questions. Okay. So let's get started. I have to at some point lock the conference because I want to make sure I can get to everyone who's already logged in. Let's see. What are the questions? Oh, I forgot to say today is August 22nd. I have to time mark the date mark it. So here is a question marked as question number 3, which I consider as a frequently asked question. It's an EB1A use case for a STEM OPT cloud solutions engineer at a non-profit university. Okay. Wow. I think we have enough people already. Let me just lock the conference, guys.
The conference is now locked.
Okay. So this question, frequently asked question says, I'm a cloud solutions engineer at a reputed private non-profit university. I work with the university's professors, postdocs, researchers, more than 300 headcount, and I'm their direct point of contact regarding infrastructural needs for their projects. I can get multiple recommendation letters saying just that. I also have 10 plus professional certifications. I'm currently in STEM OPT and the university has agreed to file an H-1B. I'm unsure about the path for me once the H-1 cap exempt is approved because I haven't discussed that yet. Do you think it's okay for me to request the university to file an I-140 with the EB-1 route? Have you seen cases of my similar background seeing success? I would be surprised if you're successful in EB-1A. As far as the H-1B under cap exempt is concerned, that's a great deal. Absolutely do it. And just because you have filed a non-profit quota exempt, cap exempt H-1B has no bearing on your green card application. That can also go on. The reason I don't think you'll qualify for EB-1A, because ultimately for EB-1A, the question where everything rests is this. Fine, you can check mark 3, 4, 5 boxes. I qualify under this category, that category, and this category. But the ultimate question is simply this. Can you prove that you are one of the very top in your professions nationally or internationally? What they call final merits analysis. So in final merits analysis, they look at your overall qualifications and they decide whether it looks like you are one of the top 5 to 10% people in your profession in the country. Now, I should rephrase that. It's not really profession, it's field. So the question is, what is my field? Now that's the tricky question that is difficult to answer. So if let's say I'm a neurosurgeon, my field could be medical doctor or it could be neurosurgeon. And within neurosurgery, what if I specialize in operating on prefrontal cortex? And my internship, my residency is in prefrontal cortex, or I have a fellowship in operating in that area. Does that become my field? Well, I think it can be argued, and that's what I would argue, depending upon what works for me. Okay. So overall, from your resume, sir, as far as I can tell, I don't think I have an EB-1A case yet. Because EB-1A focuses very sharply on your qualifications, not necessarily on what you do. The focus is on your qualifications. Okay, folks, anyone has a follow-up question on what I just talked about? Press *5 on your phone. Hold your new questions. Just follow up, please. Press *5 on your phone. Okay. No follow-ups. Let's go to the next one. This is another frequently asked question. I get laid off on H-1B. I'm changing status from B1, B2, pending to F1. Okay. So I got laid off. Within the 60-day grace period, I applied for B1, B2. B1, B2 is still pending. I want to convert to F1. Now what happens? First of all, can we start school while the F1 visa change of status is pending? Not unless you filed for F1 within the 60-day grace period. Okay. After the F1 status change is approved, can we stay until school starts? Yes. Yes. So previously it used to be that you had to maintain status till within 30 days of when the school starts. The government is not doing that anymore. As long as you're not misusing the system, and let's say that your F1 got approved but school starts in 50 days or 60 days, you should be okay. Double check with your DSO. I can't see any problem there. Okay. So that's how it works. Now, one thing you need to remember, normally you can do a change of status and go to school if your previous status allowed you to go to school. So that's why if you had converted or applied for conversion, change of status to F1 while you were still in the grace period of H1B, you could have started school because H1 allows you to go to school. B1, B2 does not. So H1 is gone. Now B1, B2 is pending. You have no real status right now except authorized period of stay. So you cannot go to school as far as I know. Okay. *5. If you have a follow-up question on this, press *5, please. Next frequently asked question. Impact of layoff on green card status and future naturalization. My previous employer filed I-140 EB2. 2012 is my priority date. Oh my God. My last employer filed I-140 approved AOS in EB2 category using that 2012 priority date. Then I got laid off from the petitioning employer. June 17th being my last day of work. Okay. They applied in March 28. No, but when did they apply? Are you here? Press *5 if you're here, the person who posted this question. Okay, excellent. Let's see. Area code, where are you? 214 Texas. Let me get some facts from you. Hi, I can hear you. Real quickly, do you remember the second employer approximately when did they apply? When was that I-140 approved?
Yes, so the last employer who filed for my I-140 and I-485, they filed that concurrently in October of 2023.
So it's been more than 6 months, more than 180 days.
Yeah, more than 180 days. And actually,
अच्छा एक second.
My green card.
हाँ, जी, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so 180 days have passed for both I-140 and 485. Then on June 17th, I got laid off. But on June 24th, my I-485 got approved. And now we also received the green card in mail.
Okay. So you are okay because you see, I had somebody had consulted me today with somewhat similar fact pattern. Because of AC-21, once 180 days are over, your 485 has been pending for 180 days and your I-140 was approved. Once your 485 gets approved, even though you're in between jobs, there is no clear law on this, but I would be surprised if it will be a problem. So you should be fine. Okay. What do I want you to do? Hold on. What do I want you to do? I want you to make sure you have a copy of your paperwork filed by the last employer, which is a copy of the I-140, a copy of the PERM application. Okay. Because we should be able to show what your job description under the PERM application was. Got it so far? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So maintain that. And whenever you get the next job, I'm sure you're going to work in your own field, right? You can even contract, you can start your own company. As long as you're working in your own field, it can be argued that the only reason you were not able to file for transfer to another job is because they approved your green card too quickly before you had a chance to do anything about it. I would be absolutely shocked if you have any problem.
So, I mean, my main concern is that now we have received the green card. Like USCIS will not revoke it, right? Like
No.
Once they find out that.
No.
Okay.
Only one gray area that I need to know about. The I-140 that got you the 2012 date. Do you know if it was ever revoked by that employer?
Never. It was never revoked.
Then I would be absolutely shocked if you ever have any problem. You are fine. Okay?
Okay.
You're all set.
And then, so basically now I'm looking for my next job, and you said I could be contracting, consulting,
Absolutely.
I can start my own company as long as it is in the same domain
Absolutely.
or field on
Absolutely.
which my green card was filed for.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And also another thing.
Thank you.
So one more thing I want to add. Let's say that your green card was done for the position of a software developer. Okay. But the next job you get offered is CTO. Can you take that? Yes. Because it's still in the same field. It's an upward progression. Okay.
Got it.
So even though there's no law that requires all this, but I think from a policy perspective, if you ever end up in a federal court, it'll look very good if you do that.
Okay.
All
Got
right.
it.
Good
Thank
luck.
you so much.
You're welcome. So let's go on to the next frequently asked question. Yeah, these are weirdly complicated situations. Now, here is another frequently asked question. I got laid off. I got my first B1, B2, and then I want to apply for a second extension. Is it advisable to apply for second extension almost 1 month before? Absolutely. Absolutely. Are there any specifics I need to be aware? Just, truthfully explain your situation. And if you have any evidence that you've been looking for jobs, like job interviews and all, email correspondence, I think it'll be a good idea to attach that. It kind of shows that you're not just sitting around, you're trying to find a job. Okay? Press *5. So there's no harm in doing a second extension. I should say first extension on the B1, B2. Okay, so this one is from area code 929. I don't know where you're calling from. So, hi, where are you calling from?
Hello, I'm calling from California.
California.
I
Okay,
did
sir.
a question about the first conversion though. I'm in a kind of similar situation. I was laid off on H1B. Now I'm still on a 60-day grace period. It's
Sure.
ending soon. So just question is like, what could be the absolutely last date to file B2 conversion?
Right. So what I would recommend is, I'll tell you the answer because it's an easy answer. Always review our frequently asked questions on immigration.com because anything that is fresh off the press has already been answered. It's a common problem. So what I'm recommending to people is this. If you are filing electronically, then you can wait till the 55th day, 5-5. If you are applying by mail, I would do it no later than the 50th day. Okay. One more thing. If you have multiple applicants on the same B2 application, it is cheaper to file by mail. Okay. You save a few $100s.
Thank you.
You're
Just
welcome.
one more question, Joe.
Ji. Go ahead.
So if I find someone like who can just transfer my H1B, if I find a new job, but if I'm working, if I'm very late on a time frame, right? So do you recommend filing the B2 conversion first and then, going through H1B route as well? And once they accept the H1B application, I can revoke B2.
Yeah, definitely. That is one option. This is the way I approach it. First of all, if your H1B is received by the USCIS within the 60 days, great. If you have a B1, B2 pending, withdraw it and start working because you don't have to wait for the approval. But the paperwork must be received by the USCIS within 60 days. If you go outside 60 days, you should have a B1, B2 pending. What is the guarantee the H1B will be approved? Right? Once the H1B is approved, then you can withdraw your B1, B2. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, sir, thank you.
Good luck. All right. Let's see if there's any frequently asked questions left. There was a question on DV lottery. Sorry, guys, I don't do DV cases, so I'm not going to be able to answer that. If you are waiting for that question, please don't, because I don't do those cases. In the beginning, only we found out that there was really not a need for a lawyer except when it came to litigation. Okay, now let's start from the question number 2, which is post-OPT unpaid internship, potential return to India and re-entry. Oh, why did I just do that? Hold on a second. I just got knocked off. 1 second. Okay. I recently graduated from University of Alabama, master's degree, OPT start date June 24th of this year. I got an offer letter for an unpaid internship, currently pursuing this internship while finding a full-time. Company I'm working for right now is not a consultancy. It's a small startup company run by a retired professor. My supervisor is ready to extend my internship. Good. My doubt is, if I will not be able to secure a full-time job in the next couple of months, can I go back to India? Yes. I will keep finding a job from India. Will I be able to come back? No. Your OPT will be gone. Because remember, first of all, you have a length of time, 1 year for the OPT. Then you have a length of time you can be not working, which is for the first year of OPT, 90 days, right? And then for the STEM OPT, 60 days. So if you go to India for 4 months, let's say, and you find a job in the 4th month, can you come back? No, because you're out of status then. You can't use that F1 to come back. Don't even try it, because the government can consider that to be misrepresentation. So theoretically you can go back, but then you'll be consuming that 90-day out of work period. Okay. Can I use this unpaid internship offer letter to come back to USA? Well, if you have proof that you can support yourself, you should be able to. Okay. So, but be careful. This is a little bit of a dangerous area because here they are saying, you're saying that I don't need a job. I'm doing an unpaid internship. And when you come back, the CBP may not consider you to be a bona fide student any longer unless you have definite, strong proof. 1, that you can support yourself, and 2, this internship is good for you, it's helping you, and you are actually doing it. Okay. Star 5 if you have a follow-up question. I have one person already with a follow-up question. Let's see. Georgia, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so because I have this internship, my 90 days are stopped right now. So
if your
my
90 days
are stopped, can I go back and...
You said your 90 days are already over?
No, they are stopped. Like, I'm not using my 90 days because I'm doing these internships.
Okay. So the question is, can you go and come back as long as you don't use the 90 days? Again, the answer is, if you can prove that you can support yourself without getting paid. Okay. And the government accepts it that yes, you are indeed doing an internship and maybe even helping you. In other words, you're not just doing an internship for the sake of saving time, you're actually learning something. I think then it makes a better case to be able to come back.
Okay, and one last question. In terms of support myself, like, do they require any kind of document, or how can I...
Well, you should have money in the bank,
situation
money in the bank or a source of income, So after all, where is the money coming from? How are you supporting yourself? That would be the question.
Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to find a job, and if I'm not able to find a job by the end of December, I'm thinking of going back to India.
Right.
And try to find a job for next 5 to 6 months.
Yeah, but by that time it will be too late. Your OPT, sir, your OPT will be gone.
Yeah, it will over in June 2025.
No, it will be over when the 90 days are gone.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Next question. Activating H-1B status after approved change of status from F1 to H-4 with H-4 EAD. I would like to apply for H-4 EAD. This is question number 6. I'm currently on F1 cap gap. I have my H-1B approved. So can I apply for I-539 with a future start date? Yes, you can. So that I can activate my H-1B for a future transfer. H-1B for a future. Are you here? Press *5 if you are here. Okay, excellent. Let's see, area code 217, Illinois. Okay. Yeah, Illinois. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Illinois? Area code 217, I can't hear you. All right.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Okay, so let me try to understand this. You are going from F1 to H1B, October 1st, right?
Yeah. I'm asking on behalf of my spouse. Yeah.
Okay,
she's
so-
on F1 and she has the H1B approved, but her job situation is little doubtful right now. So
Okay. No, hold on. No, I kind of understood it. So what you want is to be able to get her H1B beginning October 1st so that she's out of the lottery, right? That's what you're trying to do.
Right.
But you also want to protect her for by filing for H4, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
So this is what I recommend you do, because from what I think you can file. You can file H4 online, right? Using I-539s can be filed online. So you really can file even at the last moment. What I would recommend is don't do anything right now. Wait and watch and see how the situation unravels. If on October 1st she still has a job, then you have nothing to worry about, and you only need to worry about it if you have to convert to H4. Of course, her EAD will be delayed this way, but her H1 will be secure. Okay, so I would not file an H4 or an H4 EAD until after October 1st.
Oh, so if I apply now, then even with a future start date, that would be a risk.
Yeah, but so let me give you an example. Okay, let's say you say the future start date is 6 months from now. Okay, but October 1st she doesn't have a job, let's say. Then what happens between October 1st and 6 months from now that you applied for? She would be out of status, right?
Oh, she will be having till October, but she's maybe thinking of resigning and pursuing a new job, like that.
If you have control over when you want to quit the job, you can apply for H4 with a future date. Definitely.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the.
Yeah, then there is no issue.
Yeah.
You can do it. All right.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Good luck. Yeah, now I understand what you're saying. So question number 7, cross-border employment. So here is the problem with OPT compliance. I know that you can do cross-border on green card H1B. Can you do it on OPT? I'm not sure. So let's see. I have a question. It's my soon-to-be wife. She's on F1 OPT, planning to apply for a Canadian PR. She can work in the US and live in Canada. I cross the border once every week, but she has F1. Yeah, but see the problem, as far as I know, you can't work outside the country remotely on OPT. So if she enters once in a week, only the day she's in the US will count towards her OPT. The other days would be not counted as work as far as I know. So the border crossing may not work for OPT and STEM OPT people. So your question is, how should we navigate living in Canada and continue to work for the companies she's already working for? Work in Canada. because she would have work authorization in Canada. Nothing stopping her from working from Canada for a US company. That's perfectly okay. Right? Press star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Okay. Next question. Number 8. L1 visa application process for individuals transitioning from F1. If a student is currently in the US on F1, can a company they previously worked for in India apply for an L1? Yes. But remember one thing. The student must have worked outside the US for 1 year out of the last 3 when you apply for the application. So if you are applying for the application, L1 application, and you don't meet this requirement, then you don't qualify. Okay. So that is the only consideration I would worry about. Press star 5 if you have a follow-up question. Press star 5. All right. Question number 9. Oh, there is a question. Area code Texas 832. Yeah, 832, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, Rajiv ji.
Good afternoon, Ji.
Is there any revenue requirement for the Indian company? I believe the Indian company will be sponsoring, and the US is also a startup, and the Indian company has been there for a while. So
Yeah,
is there any
in L1s, ma'am, we don't really care about the revenue. We care about transactions. If the companies are transactionally active, the fact that they have low revenue or even negative revenue is not an issue. Okay. But let me forewarn you, smaller companies always have difficulty getting L1s. Okay.
Okay.
That's the only problem. The fact that they are not making enough profit or a startup, that's not a problem.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am. Okay. Question number 9. Employment legality after EAD expiration and pending marriage-based green card application for employees. If the EAD from a work visa has expired, but an EAD based on a marriage-based green card was filed before the work EAD expired, can the employee continue to work legally? No. You have to wait until the EAD comes. So I do not know of any way that you can continue working from an employment to a family-based EAD while the first one has expired and the second one is not yet approved. As far as I know, you have to wait for the approval. Press star 5. Press star 5 if you have a follow-up question on this. Okay. Question number 11. F1 visa restamping and document submission options for travel to India while on STEM OPT. My F1 visa expired July 24. I want to travel. I'm on STEM. I got a Dropbox. Is this a common thing for people to get their F1 visa restamping? Can I drop my documents at Delhi instead of Chennai? No idea. You have to, as far as I know, again, I don't want to comment on this. It's been a while since I checked. Just look at their frequently asked questions. The company that does the immigration handling, I always forget their name. So you can definitely check their frequently asked question, whether you can use the Dropbox in another location. I'm not sure what the answer is. But is this the normal thing to get F1 visa restamping? It's normal for most visas that you can get an interview waiver or a visa Dropbox appointment. Dropbox are given if you are applying for the same visa status. So F1 visa expired, you're applying for F1. Visa waivers are given if you are applying for another status, another visa category. For example, you were on F1, then you went to India and you want to apply for H-1B. Under certain circumstances, you get a visa waiver, interview waiver, sorry. I must be getting tired. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Question number 12, and I think we have a couple more, then we can take new questions. H-4 EAD application issues after layoff and best steps for overcoming USCIS rejections. This is my 6th year on H-1B. Again, layoff. Grace period ended in May. My spouse received her I-140. You are moving on to H-4 EAD. Okay. April, filed H-4 EAD pending. May, filed H-4 EAD pending. June. Then USCIS rejected my H-4, stating that I-129 CW does not apply to me. I have no idea what CW is, sorry. Just make sure of one thing. The only thing that makes me nervous in this situation, excuse me, make sure that you are not running out of the 180 days of unlawful presence time. Okay? So, you should talk to your lawyers. Since you are being represented, you have access to lawyers. Talk to your lawyers and ask them, am I in unlawful presence? That is the most important thing. Preferably do it by email. Okay? So, I have no idea what is going on in your case. So, I really can't give you any advice. Filed H-4 EAD. I don't know what CW is. Okay. Press star 5 if you have a follow-up question. All right. No question. All right. Let's go on to the question number 13. B2 visa extension, F1 transition, future employment opportunities for visa holders after layoff. So I currently have a B2 valid till October 20th. Can I apply for B2 extension? Yes, we just covered that. What is the ideal time to apply? Maybe 10-15 days before the expiration of the current status. Can I stay in the US while it is still pending? Sure. Will there be any issue switching back to H-1B or H-1B extension or green card in the future? No, I don't think so. Last year I had started day 1 CPT, got my H-1B picked, I then deferred my college program. Can I switch back to F1? Oh, absolutely. You are still on B2, you can switch back to F1. And you can talk to your university what is the right time to switch. And can you resume your CPT? I don't know, ask the university. It certainly is possible. And there should be no issues. It's all legal. Return back to the India after B2 end date in October 20. Can I return back to the US on B2 and then look for jobs? You'll need a visa stamp. Okay. How long do I need to wait before coming back to US on B2? There's no time limit. Yeah, I think it's much more difficult. You're right. Much more difficult to find a job if you're outside the US. So you can stay here as long as the second extension is also pending. Don't exceed the time you've asked for in the second B2 application. Okay. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Question number 14. Assessing travel risks and visa options for returning to the US with expiring visa and EAD while considering day 1 CPT. My visa is expiring 13th November, EAD 13th February, I guess next year. Due to certain unavoidable circumstances, I have to travel to India for a couple of days. My visa is expiring in 2 months. Is it safe? Yeah, visa expiration is by itself not dangerous. But what is important is that are you in a firm legal position when you come back? You have a job, if you're on OPT. CPT is a little bit more dangerous in my opinion. So I'm not very sure that that's an easy answer. Nobody can tell you it's safe or unsafe. I think it's somewhere in between. So visa expiration is not your problem. CPT could be. Okay. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. All right, let's see. This is area code 980, North Carolina. North Carolina, go ahead. I can hear you.
Hi. So I am currently on STEM OPT and my visa will be expiring in November. So,
Ma'am, I can't hear you. Can you speak up a little? Hello, I can't hear you. Can you speak up a little bit?
Am I audible?
Ji.
Am I audible now?
Just speak up a little bit.
As you...
Ji. Go ahead.
As you said, I am on STEM OPT right now.
Ji.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
So I'm on STEM OPT right now. So as you said, I would be good to enter back in US before my visa expires. My second question is, I am planning to enroll into Day 1 CPT. How do you have any data points on, is it safe to travel on Day 1 CPT?
Yeah, see,
Because
that's
when I
the
go
that's
back
the
to
one
India,
that
I
I
have
just
to-
talked. That's the one I just talked about. That CPT is always doubtful because the government can
Okay.
ask deeper questions on CPTs. They want to make sure you're attending classes and you're not just making this stuff up. So I don't know what the answer is. I know people who have returned quite easily, and I also know people who had trouble.
Okay.
Okay. So all I can tell you is it's a gray area. No black or white answers here.
Okay. And do you have any preference, like, should I enroll for Day 1 CPT? Should I be enrolling for profit or non-profit in a university?
Well, I don't think
For future.
I don't think it's the profit or non-profit that matters to me so much. I want to make sure it's a reputable university. Want to make sure it's a reputable university. You're not just going with a unknown school. Number two, I think you should be able to justify why you are taking this. Is it advancing your career? Of course, there's no doubt you're also getting work authorization. That's a nice benefit. But that's not the only reason you're doing it. That's what I would like to be able to argue.
Okay.
All right. Good luck,
All
ma'am.
right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, well, we have 2 more questions. H-1B visa renewal and travel while awaiting receipt. Okay. I'm on H-1B, visa stamping expiring in 2nd September. Filed for an extension, no receipt. Can I travel to India and return before 1st September without the receipt? Well, they can always send you the receipt, right? Once they get the receipt, they can email you a soft copy. So that should be okay. Will I be having any challenges? Look, many years ago, I read it somewhere and I have followed this, that you can travel as long as your visa is valid for even 1 day and you are traveling during an extension, not a change of status. I don't have any data to show it to you, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Okay. So I think you can return even 1 or 2 days before the expiration of the visa stamp. As I return on the 1st, will I be given I-94? See, the problem is, if your H-1B is not approved, this is the way I think it should be done. They should give you an I-94 which is coextensive with your old approval. Of course, the new approval is not in hand, so they won't give it to you to the extent of the new approval. But for the old approval, they should extend the I-94 that much duration. The problem is, USCIS or CBP itself is quite messed up in these things. So maybe a good idea to talk with the supervisor if they try to give you a shorter I-94. I certainly think that they should give you an I-94 till your last approval at least. Okay. Star 5, or can you continue working without H-1B receipt number? Well, that's another set of questions. I personally feel that once the paperwork has been received, not receipted, but received by the USCIS and you have proof of it, your employer should allow you to start working. But there is a different point of view. I prefer personally to always wait for the physical receipt because that makes it easier to fill the Form I-9. But there's an equal argument to be made that the word receipt in the regulation does not refer to fees receipt. It refers to physical receipt of the paperwork by the USCIS. So your call, you can go either way. Okay. Star 5, if you have a follow-up question on this, press star 5, please. All right. Last question, no, diversity visa, I don't answer, sorry. Okay, anyone has any question? We still have about 20 minutes. Anyone has any question, press star 5, please. Okay, 2 questions, 4 questions, 5 questions, 6 questions. Okay, let's see how many we can do. I'm going to answer everyone who's here, of course. So let's first go to, I'm just going to take in random order, whatever I see in front of me. Area code 857, Massachusetts. Massachusetts, go ahead, please. 857.
Hello. Hi, Rajiv.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes, I have two questions. So my husband has 3 years left on H-1B. So if that period is over and if his I-140 is not filed on time, so will he continue working on day one CPT?
Yeah, why not? If he wants to go back to school,
Great.
why not?
Mhm.
Sure.
Okay. And my second question is my H-1B got picked up and I got a visa appointment on November 4th, but my passport is expiring in December 26th. So do I need to get the stamp before December 26th or I can change the passport number on my DS-160?
So I've had this situation come up before, and I'm speaking from memory, so please double check this on the frequently asked questions on the State Department as well as the form processing services websites. Okay. So what I remember was,
Okay.
what we found out was that our client could enter the old passport information, and then when they went for the interview or the drop box, they could bring both passports with them. Because when you renew your passport, Indian government gives back the old passport also. Okay?
Yes.
Yep. So that's how it is done. All right.
Got it.
Good luck.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Area code 901. Where are you calling from, 901? Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. My question is there. I have been selected for EB1 multinational manager.
Okay.
But I don't find my project is longer. But they are ready to file and asking to file in premium EB1. So my question is, if I file in EB1, they say 45 days it may approve. But my question is that once if it is approved in 45 days and I transfer currently I'm on H1B. So if I transfer my visa, it will retain my approved I-40 EB1 to the next company?
No. The way this works is, so EB1Cs are valid only for the group of companies for which you have worked before outside US. If you work outside that group, that I-140 will go away unless your 485 has been filed and pending 180 days.
Okay.
Okay. So if you change company,
new company has to file it from perm again?
They have to, exactly. Exactly. They have to start from perm, but you can carry your priority date from the EB1C green card.
Okay.
All right.
Only the priority date will be continued.
That is correct.
EB1 status.
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I got my
You're welcome. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. North Carolina, area code 980. Please go ahead. North Carolina.
So earlier I asked you about day one CPT. I already have a master's degree in computer science.
Okay, hold on. I have no idea what we're talking about. Just hold on. Earlier you asked me about day one CPT. Okay, remind me, what are we talking about?
Okay. So I already have master's degree in computer science. I am wondering, should I go for master's in business analytics or do a PhD program, because PhD will, at the end of the day, give me OPT time. Master's wouldn't give me OPT.
Well, ma'am, that's up to you. I can't make that decision for you. If you feel that PhD is better for you, then you go for PhD. Otherwise, go for data science.
But will there be any complications if I go for, legally, will there be any complications if I go
No, legally, though, as long as the degrees are genuine and all the requirements are met, it doesn't matter whether you do a master's or a PhD. That doesn't matter. But PhD, there's another exam,
Okay.
another advantage. You should be able to get OPT and STEM OPT again also.
Right.
That's the
And
only other advantage.
in that as well, it's so I vaguely remember that if you do for non-profit university, you have better advantage in
No,
H1B cap
I
and
don't look at it as
wages.
profit and non-profit. The advantage of
Okay.
non-profit, etc., is if you are applying for H-1B, there are certain universities that qualify for the. I don't even remember exactly what the rule is. If your H-1B is from a public or a non-profit university, you can be qualified under the master's degree quota. Otherwise, you cannot. I think that's the rule. Okay. So that's for H-1B. That's nothing to do with OPT. All right.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, next one is area code 984. This is North Carolina. 984, go ahead, please.
Hey, good afternoon, Rajiv ji.
Good afternoon, Ji.
Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
So I'm on my STEM OPT right now. And just to give you a backstory, last year in August, my H-1B was picked up, August 23. But my employer did some dual application filing, and in that scenario, I received a noid on my petition. And later they went ahead and they withdrew my petition. But as I had my STEM OPT valid at that point of time, I'm currently on my STEM OPT. So given that, I have two questions for you. Will I be able to travel to India and re-enter US without any additional questions being asked by officer at point of entry? As I had noid on my previous H-1B petition. So and also, will this be considered as a fraud on beneficiary, that is me? Even though it is quite clear that it was fraud committed by my company and not by me. So will it affect my future chances at H-1B? I've still got one attempt
Okay,
at
stop.
H-1B in March 25.
Stop. I'm not going to be able to answer any of these questions precisely, simply because I don't know what the NOID said. Okay. So if the NOID made allegations of fraud and ultimately fraud was found, you have some exposure. But of course, if you can prove that you were not involved, then you're okay. So I can't answer these questions definitively until I see the notice of intent to deny and what did the company do after that. Okay, did they respond to it? Did they just fold up and not respond to it? So there's a whole bunch of issues here.
They did respond to that.
And did the government back off? Did they find fraud in their cases?
I don't have idea.
Yeah, see, because that's a very key finding. Now, if they have found fraud, the government could try to say, well, you were involved in it. And then you have to prove that you were not involved in it. And if you are able to show that, then there is no impact on anything in the future. H-1B, green card, none of that is. But if there is an implication of fraud, then you'll have to fight it until you win it.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Oh, somebody new just joined us. Let's see. This is... One second. Boston 857. Go ahead, Massachusetts. Go ahead.
Hi, Rajiv. Sorry, it's me again. I forgot to ask one question. So, in last, from March 2023,
Ma'am?
my husband switched three jobs.
Ma'am, you're going to have to remind me what we are talking about because I have no context right now.
Yeah, this is a new question, so I'm giving you the context. So, my husband, he last year he switched 2 jobs, and now it's been 1 year in the current job, and he's switching it again. So, for H-1B transfer, does USCIS will raise an RFA?
No.
There has been 3.
No.
Okay.
Not at all. You can change as many jobs as you like. That's not an issue.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Let's see. We have 2 more questions left. Which one is next? Indiana 317. Hold on. Gotcha. Indiana, go ahead. I can hear you. Indiana.
Hi, Rajiv.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I have a question regarding AB1C. So I worked as a manager in India from 2018 to 2021.
Okay.
And like I came to US in 2021. And I was not a manager at the time. Like by the end of 2024 or 25, they're elevating me to manager.
Okay.
So
Can I
in this
stop you?
case,
Can I stop you? Can I stop you for just 1 second? Are you working for the same group of companies?
Yes, it is the same company.
Okay.
Same name as well.
So here is the interesting law. The law says you must have worked as a manager for 1 year out of the last 3 when you apply. Okay. However, if you are working for the same group of companies, for example on H1B, did you come on H1B?
Yes, I'm on H1B.
Yeah, so then the look back period is not from the date you apply, but from the date you entered USA. That means from 2021 back 3 years, you must have had 1 year as a manager. And there is no requirement that you must continue to be a manager to qualify for L1 or EB1C. Requirement is now you are being elevated. So then they can apply for an L1A and or EB1C. So you're all set.
So do they need to do the L1A or can they file under
No, they can file EB1C directly.
Only?
Yeah, they can file EB1C directly.
Also, I hold a priority date with EB2. So
yeah, that's fine.
Hope I can port that as well, right?
That will get ported. Absolutely. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I have one more question. Yeah. So my company is doing my extension right now, and they're filing the H1B and H4, and they stopped doing the H4 EADs. So when asked them, they told like I can use the H1B receipt and file it myself. That is the H4 EAD, and so. If I do that way, it will be very slow. Is there any faster process? Like I can do the premium? Will it?
No, I don't. They don't have any premium H4 EAD right now, so you'll have to go the slow route.
Means if I do the H1B and H4 premium, I mean both will be sent in one packet.
Yeah,
so
that's called bundling. So unless you put together the entire package, including the H4 EAD, premium processing, H4 change of status or extension, as well as your own H1 premium processing. I think I already said that. So everything has to be in the same package. And even then it's not guaranteed. Government is very inconsistent.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks for answering.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Last question, and we are making good time. This is from Ohio. Ohio, go ahead. I can hear you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rajiv.
Good afternoon, sir.
My question is related to passport name, and to give you a context, my wife entered in USA on February 2022 on an H-4 visa.
Okay.
In her passport, she does not have the surname, that is, it is blank.
Okay.
Therefore, in I-94, it is mentioned as SNU and then the first name. That is, first name is input in the last name position. And when we applied the I-10, it was first name and then the LNU.
Okay.
And in some
So hold on. This is a common situation. Okay. You have a couple of options. Basically, what are the papers that need to be changed? Her passport, if you want to change the passport name, her social security number, her driver's license, her visa papers, all these things have to be changed, right? Two options here. One is to start taking them one by one. Okay. To start changing them. You can't change the visa stamp. For that, she has to apply again. But everything else can be changed. The second option, which I find easier in most cases, is, but before doing that, check with the Indian consulate if they will accept that. What I suggest to people is just go to the local courts wherever you are located. So you are located in Ohio. So just go to the general court, that normally called district courts, and talk to, and you can call them actually, or they must be online as well. Just do, I can just check for you. Ohio legal name change online. So I just Googled, I Googled Ohio legal name change online, and the first entry is Ohio Supreme Court change of name forms. Okay. So actually you don't even need a lawyer for this. You can do it yourself. So I don't know what the rules are because I am not a Ohio lawyer, but I know that you can do it online, or at least fairly easily. You can double check with a local lawyer if needed. The reason I like this is because when you do a name change through the court system, you have a court order that gives you the name from the old to the new. And then it's very easy to change all the names as well as to travel while all this is going on. So I prefer going to the court. It's just simplest thing in the world. Okay.
All right. One supplementary on this one. So what if we travel next year and by the time we have the court order and get the passport updated,
I think
for visa I would have to apply again?
For the visa, you should be able to travel on the same visa, in my opinion, because there is a logical trail between all the names used and the new name. So I think you should be able to use the same visa. Okay.
All right.
Good luck.
Just carry the old passport and the court order.
You'll carry the old passport, the new passport with the changed name, and the court order showing the name change.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Good luck. Good luck. All right, folks. Great talking to all of you. We are done for today. There are no more questions. I'll see you next Thursday on LinkedIn Audio. Everyone, take care. Bye-bye.